Hello and welcome to English coaching class. I am an English teacher, Shaheed Ashikur Rahman. I welcome you to the class. I hope everyone are in good health. You're not mentally disturbed or your mental ability is fine because staying home is not a good task. So today, my discussion, my introduction class is dealing with the same character, staying home or getting frustrated or not. Or is a motivation for other, how it make different impression on other. It becomes a word disable for other or create a different ability for other. Okay, so let us begin my introduction class on a new topic. So here students, have patience. I'll continuing my introduction session. You'll be able to know what I am going to introduce today. Okay, so just before moving for the more discussions on elaboration of my words and bringing you in front of you the topic, just new users watching my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and do like my video. Okay, and do press the bell icon. Whenever I'll be uploading the video, you can get it. So let us move. Let us continue our discussion. Okay. Yeah, here is some quoted line on your screen, students. I hope you are able to see the lines. Never ignore somebody with a disability. You don't realize how much they can inspire you. Yes, students, yes. Never ignore somebody with a disability. You don't realize how much they can inspire you. Yes, students, before going on discussion of the quote, there is a question for you. I want just you write it down in your chat box. Okay. What do you understand by the term disability? What do you understand by the term disability? Just you write it down in your chat box. Come on, quickly write it down in the chat box. What do you understand by the term disability? Yes, someone has written the lack of ability. Okay, fine. Any more answers? Anyone? Any more answers? Yes, come on. I need a quick interactive. You must interact. You must write it down your answers. You cannot speak, fine, but you must write. You must write. Your writing should come up. Any answer? Any answer? Quickly tell me. Any answer? Yes. Never ignore somebody with a disability. You don't realize how much they can inspire you. Yes. You are not able, for example, before going or discussing something more, example, you have done it in your third chapter from the Flamingo. Okay, the protagonist and the writer William Douglas, he said it, I am disabled because the fear of water made him disabled. The ability you cannot process or do it, lacking in you. And that the feeling of inability to do it, feel you disabled. Okay, so real meaning is something different, but here we are going figurative meaning, the literary meaning, what we are discussing. Here the meaning, actual meaning to the context we'll discuss right now. Never ignore somebody with disability. Someone is lacking something, someone is mentally lacking, someone is physically lacking, someone is lacking something. Don't ignore. You don't realize how much they can inspire you. Later on, we must talk of inspiration. So keep this word in your mind, students. Inspire, how they can inspire. Keep this word in your mind. Let us discuss. Let us continue our discussion. Okay, look at what or who can inspire you. Okay. Yeah, here on your screen, students, you can see a boy holding a ball, basketball, and here on the screen written, I am differently able, not disabled. Okay, I am differently able, not disabled. So he's differently able, he can do different kind of things, but he's not disabled. Okay, he's not disabled, means he's able, he can do it. Okay, and as per the language experts, what they say it, this kind of words must not used by them or not used for them. Okay, getting my point? Not disabled. So these are the thing what we must not focus on them. So here we see the people who are broken hands, we show sympathy for them, but really they are inspiration. They are really inspiration. I'll just tell you one what anecdotal or a quick example experienced what I've experienced it. When I was on this picture, you can see a student, a boy is holding a ball, basketball, sitting in a wheelchair. When I was small, it's personal experience what I have felt it. And it's practical, it's possible, students. Okay, when I was a student, and like this boy is a student, a very small student, I was a friend from the very beginning. When he was born, he was having hands, he was having face, he was having the upper part of the body, but from here I am marking, from here he was not having his legs properly. He was not, the legs were not formed. But what was the inspiration, for me? When I was in class 6 and I was having fear to ride bicycle, but that boy was able to ride that bicycle, not this cycle what he's sitting. It's a bicycle that the normal human beings ride. He was doing it, and looking to that boy, he's my friend, and right now he lives with me near our area. Okay, so that boy was able to ride the bicycle. So that boy was inspiration for me, and later on looking into it, he helped me, and even I learned how to ride a bicycle. Okay, so how they can be inspiration for you. So looking to this picture, you can understand when you want to learn positivity, anyone can be a positive. Okay, so if I'll start talking about these inspiration people, how one Nick is a man who give inspiration, who makes a motivational video at the present day. Okay, so let us see the next picture, students. What do you understand from this picture? Come on, I need your what quick suggestions, or quick what do you think, what do you understand from this picture, students? Come on, write it down in the chat box. I need to see what's your view of in this picture. What do you say to this picture, about this picture? Okay, about this picture, what do you say about this picture? Come on, students, quickly write it down in the chat box. Yes, you can see here, students, they are different, and they don't have the proper leg. Still they are participating, in the cycle race. It's their mind active to fight for their life, to accept the challenge of life, not to what G's to write and enjoy the life instead of being disabled. Okay, fine. So here what we can say, the mental attitude should be there to live, not what the physical attitude that so other people so you sympathy will give you like a bigger a rupee or two. No, it's inspiration. You make inspiration example for other. Definitely today your physical should not be a challenge for others. You suppose someone says you are healthy, but you prove that being healthy can do. Okay, suppose someone is a we teach them, we tease them, we commend them for XYZ activity, but that should be a different, we can prove it. Okay, so this picture you can understand, students, this inspiration, created inspiration, is really this chapter topic what we are going to discuss today. That is an inspiration for everyone. Chapter name is On the Face of It by Suzanne Heel. Okay, On the Face of It by Suzanne Heel. Okay, getting my topic? That this topic gives the same thing what I have been discussing. What we are, it's not the only thing. What we can do, it's really that makes the difference. What we can do. Okay, how you are, that does not matter. Who you are in the coming days, that matters. Okay, so here chapter deals the same thing. Okay, the points here, the theme of the chapter, the highlighted, I have already in my discussion, the beginning, I have already said so many points. Here the points of the connecting to the chapter. The human connections and openness. Human connections and open, how we are connected. What I am does not matter, but when I'll die, what the people's perception, how I am connected to the human, how I am connected to each and everyone, that matters. Similarly, this chapter is giving the same idea, human connection, how humans are connected to each other. Openness, how they're free, how they're interactive, how they're connective, that idea we are talking here. Next one, the disability and perception. Yes, disability and perception. My one hand is, suppose my one hand is broken, and I'll give you one example, not my real example. Real example, you might have heard it, you might have seen in social medias, you might have seen in Facebooks, you might have seen in YouTube, you might have seen in different channels. This inspiration, a certain small inspiration, what I'm going to share you. Okay, disabled what a lady got an accident in, and she fell in railway track. Okay, due to the accident, her backbone was broken, and from the, what we can say, from the hip, okay, the rest portion was crushed by the railway. A train crushed it, and the two separation body got separated in two parts. And when that lady found herself in the bed next morning, lying, the each part, the bones of the backbones, everything broken. But lying there in the bed, she recalled. What did she recall? She recalled what was his aspiration, what was his aim, and what she can do being in this state. So she planned it. Para Paramount climbing means these disabled people, how they can climb to the Mount Everest. So she went to the Bachendri Pal, got the inspiration, and she climbed it. Okay, so it's your set of mind what can bring the change. So this is the part what we are getting: disability and perception. What's your perception? What you think? How that matters. So the character, what they think here, we'll be looking into it. Loneliness and alienations. Loneliness, I'm feeling loneliness, but alienation, the environment makes you see what happened. What sometimes we are in a party and still we feel I am, as if no one is taking care of you, you're all alone, you're not enjoying. That alienations, you're separated from the world. So that kind of feeling is quite what a different, painful for the character, painful for the individual. Okay, next one: nature, observation and contemplation. Nature, how the nature play with you, how the nature is, the nature all around, everything what we get it from the nature is as a blessing for us. Observation, how we observe our nature, how we take it our nature, how we look into the nature, that matters. Okay, we observe. How do you observe everything around you? Next, contemplation. Okay, so for example, I'll tell you students, suppose when you're looking to a bee, okay, bee, okay, we get from the bee, we get honey, means beehive, okay, honey. So what happened when you look to the way they live their life, they continue living their life. So what happened? You start thinking about something. So it's a contemplation. When you think, observe and think on something, and you go into different level. So that part we are going to see from the chapter even. And sense of loss, when we lose something and it matters a lot, it's a pain, we cry. When we are losing our near and dear ones, father, mother, brother, sister, whoever is supporting us, and we lose them, it's really painful. When there's a hope to live your life and you lose the important person from your life, it's become painful for you. These are the points, 100% you remember students, it is going to help you to understand the chapter in better. Okay, take snapshot, mark it down, help you to remember the chapter. Okay, next we are looking into the next slide about the author. Yes, the picture of the author may be a different look to you students. It may be a different look for you, but see, Suzanne Hill is an English author of fiction and non-fiction work. She has written both fiction and non-fiction work. Her novel includes The Woman in Black, The Mist in the Mirror, I Am the King of the Castle. These are the work, and she received the Sommerist Mugham Award in 1971. She received this award in 1971. So this writer is what we can say different writer, and she is observing in both fiction and non-fiction work she has done it. Okay, creating the mind and or reality, both she has used it. Okay, so this is a short details about this author Suzanne Hill. The author is not much influential here in the part of Vistas. Whatever the Vistas topic we are reading it here, the authors are not much influential. Okay, so why? I'll tell you later on. If you are going to ask me, if you're looking my video continuously, then later on part I'll tell you why. Okay, so let us move to the next slide. Characters. Here the characters. Who are the characters? Characters are very important. Let us understand the part of characters first properly. Okay, so Mr. Lamb, one of the first character is Mr. Lamb, second is Dairy, and third one is Dairy's mother. Three character students. First one Mr. Lamb, second Dairy, and third Dairy's mother. Mr. Lamb, one of the plays two central character. Here the two central character. First one is Mr. Lamb. He's an old man and veteran of World War II. The veteran of World War II. He participated in the World War II and he got injured. How? In the war, he lost one of his legs to a bomb, and now he has a teen leg. So leg is not there. You can understand, and he is having a teen leg. Lamb owns a big house and garden. What is he having? Big house and garden. Though he lives alone and he keeps himself busy growing crab apples or wild apples, keeping bees, reading and making toffee and jelly. With the use of bees, he is making what? He's spending his time by reading. A big activity he's doing, reading, making toffee and jelly. He is a wise and contemplative soul who enjoys observing. I told you the observation. Okay, this character is observing everything, listening to and learning from the people and the nature world. So he's having what we can say positive character, and Dairy is a negative character. Let us learn something more about the second important character of the text, that is Dairy. The other protagonist on the face of it is Dairy, whose full name is Derek. Is a boy of 14
Serious?
badly burnt face. Okay, he's what? Badly burnt face. Yes. He's having badly burnt face. Okay, he's having badly burnt face of the accident that left him scared. Okay, so he's the age of 14. So what is his age? His age is 14 with a badly burnt face. He has some burn marks there on his face of the accident that left him scared and due to some accident. Okay, so his face is burnt. So what happened at the same time? All he says is, I got acid all down that side of my face due to acid fallen on my face due to his face is burnt. It burnt it all away. It ate my face. And you students, this you can understand. You might be listening the crime happening due to the acid attack. So you can imagine, you can take your mind to a different world, and you can understand how this painful could be when it is an accident or it's a crime going on throwing acid. Okay, because it hit my face up, the face totally changed. Because of this, people treat him differently. He complains that other fears and pity him, other fears looking to his face, they are feared to that and so pity. Okay, daya dikhana, pity, and usually actively avoid him. Yes, what happened when someone is ugly? We have seen it in the part of the chapter that when the father is narrating story to the daughter. Okay, here Joe, in the Joe chapter, Sudu is at hit mummy, where how the friends are not mixing with the other friend. Okay, why? Because of the bad smell. So similarly, when someone is something bad quality, something, observation means you can observe and get it something bad by smell or something, people are trying to avoid it initially, and this avoidance may be a bad impact on individual. The same thing we get it here. Okay, usually actively avoid him. This has led Dairy to isolate himself and create a tough, reserved exterior. He wants to avoid being hurt. Okay, he wants to avoid being hurt, so he avoids everyone. So that's why no one can hurt him. So he avoids everyone. When he does interact with other people, he's both very and angrily defiant. When he interact with anyone, he gets angry, and if when he start to defeat them, he wants to, so he's against them, against their words. Okay, so two different character. Dairy, we can say negative character. Lamb, a positive character. Old man, lamb, who has already observed the world, already experienced so many things in the world. And Dairy, a young boy, okay, just of 14, and he is a negative character who has observed or enjoyed the world, okay, who don't know how to live in this world, and he has no friends. And Mr. Lamb is having so many friends. He like to talk, he like to listen, he like to observe, and he enjoy. Okay, so you'll be enjoying the chapter when we'll come a line-wise explanation in the next class. Okay, next here, what? Dairy's mother. Dairy's mother is given a little characterization in the play, but she seems simultaneously overprotective, not understanding of her son. She is a little bit more protective, and she's not understanding the son. Okay, so when we so more protective towards someone, it becomes painful some other one. Okay, so these are the three characters. How the characters are framed, you can understand when we'll go in the chapter. This play, this is a play, scene wise, scene 1, 2, 3, and when we'll go in details, so you can understand this character more. Okay, so let's look into the next part, introduction. Title. So students, when you read something, the title most often be a question mark in your mind. So let us first clear that question mark, how what the title is, or what the title deals, or what the title talks. Let us look into it first. On the face of it, this is the title of the chapter. Mr. Lamb appears to be mysterious, lonely, lame old fellow who lives in a neighborhood house with a huge garden. Okay, he lives in a neighborhood house. Where the neighbors can come with a huge garden. But in reality, he is very kind. In reality, he is very kind, generous, loving, and altruistic. Altruistic means he has an open heart. He allows everyone. He's ready to accept. Okay, he's ready to accept. Okay, he can trust. He trusts everyone. Okay, he can make friend very easily. Simultaneously, although Derek has an ugly looks, scary face, and he's fine lad of 14, young boy with a deep longing for love. Someone can love him, someone can show him affection, someone can show him kind. This is the character we can talk of Derek. There is nothing wrong with Mr. Lamb and Derek. What is wrong is the way people in their lives around them view and treat. See, it's how you live. It does not matter you, but how you live, it matters to others. And as it matters to others, it's a problem for them. And you start thinking about them, and you face problem. So this is the same thing what happens here. Derek is a character who thinks about the world, how the world think about him, what the world will think about him. So, and this lamb, he observes the world, and he thinks a positivity from the world. Okay, so two different character. One is thinking the world in a negative, one takes the world in a positive. Okay, so on the face of it, there is so much of diversity, so many difference and divides between people and species of the world, but underneath is a oneness. Underneath is one thing is common, a sameness, and all of them are created by God. Everyone, you, I, everyone is created by God, and all of them need to live and grow together. Yes, correct. Everyone is required to live and grow. We should be together, and we must grow for all our development. Together with love and mutual acceptance. As the play progresses, the characters' view about each other and our impression of them changes for the better. The Suzanne Hill has quite appropriately entitled her play On the Face of It. So on the face of it, we really face it, then only we understand what the problem is. We don't come into that situation, we can't understand about him or her. We can't understand about others' perception. So when we face it and we get it, okay, getting my point. So that's where the title is quite correct, quite connected to our chapter as per two important character, that is Lamb and Derek. Okay, getting my point? Next, let's look into the introduction of the chapter. Yes, introduction to the lesson. What is the introduction here, students? Let us see here. The story is about a teenage boy, Derek, who has burnt face, and Mr. Lamb, who is disabled old man with artificial leg made up of tin. So when the chapter starts, okay, we are going to meet two characters, Derry and Mr. Lamb. Derry has burnt face, Mr. Lamb is having an artificial old tin. Derry accidentally entered his garden. Okay, the chapter starts. What happened? Accidentally. Okay, when you go on the road, you see something attractive, you stop and you want to enjoy, or you want to get it next time. Similarly, Derry accidentally enters his garden so that he can hide himself from the people who hate him because of his ugly face. Something positivity was there, something was there attractive in the garden that attracted and he want to hide from the world. But there, Mr. Lamb not only welcomes him in his garden, but also encourages him to lead a normal life, leaving behind his past, leaving behind those problems, leaving behind those thoughts. He encourages who, Mr. Lamb. This is an introductory part of the chapter that opens and gives us this idea. Okay, so see, students, I am going to start introduction, conclusion, body, and elaboration will be coming in the next videos. It may be on Sunday. Okay, so you have patience and enjoy this introductory video and understand properly, and I'll explain the scene part 1, part 2, and part 3. Okay, so now comes to a conclusion. As introduction got an idea what happened and what a Lamb is trying with the dairy. So the writer wants to say that we should never feel shame on our appearance. This is the idea the writer is giving here from the chapter. We must not feel as per our appearance. Someone is healthy, someone is having a different face, someone is having a beard, someone is having so many different look. People, God has created everyone. You are different, or as you look it. You must not feel same how you are. We should be positive and optimistic about ourselves. We should, then only we can lead our life, we can live our life. Otherwise, if you're not optimistic, you cannot live your life. You'll be sad, you will hate yourself, and at the end what will happen? You'll do like Susan Singh. Okay, so you must enjoy your life and you must be in positive state. No mental tension, avoid tension and give some to some others. Okay, so what the moral part of the chapter, we'll look into it. Message. The message woven into the plot of the play is that scars do not change a person, and handicap must be accepted by individual and society. As I have suppose in the beginning, Shah Rukh Khan was stammering. So what happened? This was taken as the beauty of Shah Rukh Khan, and it was appreciated. How he's saying, people started acting like him. That was a problem of him stammering. Okay, so but we accepted it as a blessing or a positivity of him. Okay, so you must do the same. You must accept everyone, give them positive vibe, try to avoid the negative vibes. Okay, so same thing, we must accept the positivity, we must be optimistic. Okay, what have the other have the problems, don't try to show the problems to them, because they know what they are. Try to show what you are. Okay, so with a burnt face, Derry had to face discrimination. Okay, there's a Derry and it's a typing error, so do avoid it. DERY, Derry had a face discrimination, because of which he had turned pessimistic, means negative character, and where he's not in interest to live his life. He avoids world, he avoids people, he want to hide himself from others. Okay, Mr. Lamb tells Derry that it all depends upon people's individual perception. It's our individual perception, what we should do, what we should not. So you don't think about others, lead your own life. The man changed him, but what happened? When, see what happened, there is a saying, I'll end my today's class by saying what I have got it, I've heard it from one of my principal with whom I was working. She was a Bengali and she said it. Okay, she said it in Bengali, but I am not going to pronounce, I am not going to utter the exact word in Bengali, but I'll say it in English. Okay, see, when you have teeth, do give importance to it. When it will be lost, you cannot taste the real taste of food, what is available. So similarly, what the individual is present, the individual is present near you, give his or her importance. When he or she will not be there, you'll have what? Missing him. I miss him. You cannot get the chance again to be with him or her. So here the dairy give him that, Islam gives that positive attitude to dairy. Try to understand, try to live your own life. Because why you are on the earth, God knows that, and why he has created you, God has the reason for that. So understand the reason, live your life. So when he understands this positivity, when he comes up and accepts Mr. Lamb's word, what happened? He is not able to get Mr. Lamb. Mr. Lamb is dead. So I'm just closing the secret of the chapter. Next class, I am coming with the explanation, detailed explanation of the chapter, students. Okay, and that's the end of today's class. The chapter name, I'm repeating it again on the face of it. Suzanne Hill, 3 characters, Mr. Lamb, Dairy, and Dairy's mother. Okay, and let me remind you the tradition what I have to follow. So the chapter comes to an end, means not the chapter, means the beginning, this is the end of the introduction class. First class, sufficient. I hope the informations are sufficient. When I'll come up with a detailed analysis of the chapter, I hope you'll be getting it. I hope it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. Bye-bye, tata. Before saying bye-bye and tata, don't forget to subscribe my channel, do like my video, and do press bell icon thing down. When I'll upload, you can get my videos. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye, take care. Okay, good night. Students, yeah, if you have any doubt in the introduction part, write it down personally. I'll help you out. Or you can comment in the chat box. I'll help you out. Okay, no doubt. Thank you. And we can discuss line-wise explanation. Have a single reading. It will be more better understand. You can understand in a more better way when I'll explain the chapter. Okay, do a reading once, read once chapter. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.